blockchain is a transformational technology. When you say about a transformational technology, there's a lot of structures have to change. So you are moving from a decentralized, centralized system to a decentralized system. You are seeing from systems where some central authorities do everything to something where public trust is going to be the thing. So there's a substantive amount of social change which is required. That's not the case with AI or big data or any of this. They are all accelerating technologies. So you have something, it accelerates faster than that. Currently I am answering a phone, tomorrow a software board will answer a phone. There's not too much of a transformative change is not required. But blockchain requires a transformative change, which means regulations have to change, which means environments have to change, infrastructure has to change. So it may take a little bit more time for it to get acceptance. But we are preparing our people to do that.
Because it's so interesting that earlier we were all going for centralizing everything because we thought that if you decentralize you lose control. But now we find that by decentralizing and using blockchain you can have better privacy and better stability of the system. So perception is changing. Actually.
Yeah, I think it's a cycle because if you look at 200 years back or 500 years back, we were doing everything in decentralized manner, right? Your production was in small houses, your agriculture was in small houses, and then what we used to do is whatever we have excess, we actually ship it because we used ships at that time. Ship it to another person who requires that. That's where the trade happens. So this continued for maybe 1,000 years or 2,000 years. Now, with the advent of automobiles, advent of jet engines, mobility became a key thing. The moment mobility became key thing, people started finding that rather than doing it in a distributed manner, you can always do it in a central manner, in an efficient manner. So your efficiency at a small format were always a question. So you actually move to a world where everything will be done in a centralized manner, in a big manner. With the strong emphasis on efficiency. And efficiency was needed because the small format was not making it affordable to large people. A lot of people were left out at that point of time. Now, this drive for efficiency, which drove the entire philosophy in the last century, unfortunately had a ramification on the environment. You have huge pollution happening. You have a lot of centralization challenges happened. That's what I said. The industrial world is about centralization. It's about the central power, things like that. Now, perhaps internet was the first time when people found that you can have a decentralized world but still have efficiency. And you have knowledge which is coming from different parts, but people get it in almost like a centralized fashion sort of a thing. Now, with communication technology becomes so strong, you have easy way of connecting people. There's no need of people to move. And the newer technologies have come in such a manner that you are 3D printing and things like that, which almost give the same level of efficiency of producing at a mass scale. So your first world and second world now merge together and say that whatever happened, the effectiveness and beauty of the first world with the efficiency of the second world now go into the third world. And education also, I believe, is has got its own reflections on that, because in the past, when in the first world, when everything was small, we call it as gurukulas, right? So you have a guru and 10 disciples. But the advantage is that guru knows everybody what they want to learn and what is their learning path, everything, and he can actually teach them what they really require. Because it was a way of life. Now, the disadvantage of that was, it was not scalable. So one drona can only have 10 students. You cannot have 100 students. So a lot of people were left out. Now came the world of mass education, which is what we are all part of, where you have large universities, large classrooms, you have 60 students, 100 students in a classroom. The disadvantage of it is that teacher has no clue about what everybody is learning for, so he or she actually teaches on the average or the middle. Now with the digital technologies, you are again combining both this. You can actually identify each student's learning path using technology. And you can actually customize your learning accordingly. You actually give a lot of learning rules, the student can mix and match to what matches them. So we are going again back to the world of precision learning. So that is the advantage of this world. Now this understanding somehow is not happening many times. People actually see that, I will have my mass production class, I will record it and put play, and they call it as online education. That's not online education. Online education is about to understand each student's learning path and then provide them the customization options.
Then, any message you have for the aspiring entrepreneurs of Kerala, especially from the digital technology point of view?
No, as I said, so we run actually country's largest electronic incubator. We have close to around 82 companies in Cochin and called Mika Village, which is doing pretty well. So if you think about top 10 companies today, all of them may be digital companies, right? Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, anything which comes to our mind are all digital companies. And the beauty of these companies are they're not very old. Most of them may be 20, Google, for example, it's only around 20, 25 years old. So you can actually become a global company today in a matter of 3 years, 5 years, 10 years sort of thing. You don't have to wait for 100 years to become a big company. No. 10 years you can actually become a really big company sort of thing. And you don't need to really worry about the resources gap also anymore. Resources are also available. So you don't have to limit your thought that I create something which I will do it only for Kerala or Trivandrum or Cochin. I need to actually say that I will do it for the globe. We have companies like that. We have companies who have created products for the globe as such. And over the years, this is going to become a in thing. Most of the top companies, which we call as top companies today, have started as garage companies. They have not started in rich environments. So, as a university, as an ecosystem, we are now providing sort of background ecosystems to support such companies. If people have got willingness and drive to do that, then I think it's a right time for us to excel on that. And most of the conventional things that entrepreneurship is not rewarding, it takes a lot of time for it to succeed. All of them are gone. I mean, in this new world, you can very easily become viable.